How you doing? My name's Remington. I'm with Impulse Creative. 2017 should be the year that your company gets more data driven. And that can come with a few challenges. But what's been really cool over the past few years is the accessibility to data with web APIs and online platforms and all these services that are in the cloud. It's allowing for smaller companies to operate their business from a data-driven perspective. It allows for companies to start segmenting their customers. It allows for companies to start making their operations more efficient. And at the end of the day, the goal is for companies to be profitable and to serve their customers effectively, right? In the beginning, it can be really crazy. So I've got three key points in why it makes it uncomfortable and how to make sure that everything's steadfast. You have to be able to separate, especially as a business owner or a manager, you have to be able to separate feelings from data. And I'll give you an example. We've worked with companies in the past who say they want to get more data driven, who say that they want to make their marketing and sales part of their organization a well-oiled machine. And our first step as an agency or as a partner in helping you on that journey is to start collecting data. And many a time when you start collecting data and you start paying attention to all the interactions that happen with your customers throughout the sales process and even into service delivery, you find a lot of holes. And so it's real important to really separate the feelings and the gut about how it should be or how it could be, and separate that from the actual numbers. An example I have is just last week, we met with a company who we've been working with for quite a few months now, and one of their salespeople came up to me and go, "Ever since you had me starting to use this CRM and tracking each of these steps, I've never lost this many opportunities. I've never had this many opportunities go dark." It really comes out that in the day-to-day hustle and bustle, especially of a salesperson, they don't really have time to think about what isn't working, and they just continue on and they just turn it and burn it. We have reached an era where that doesn't work in sales any longer. It's about the relationship. It's about leading them to a destination, and that destination being whether it's a win or a loss, hopefully a win, understanding the way that the process of how we got there. Data that we don't act on is just noise. And if you're interested in becoming data driven, you have to understand the key metrics that you're looking to accomplish in your company. It could be profits, it could be understanding capacity, it could be understanding timeframes of a buyer's journey. You've got to understand the metrics that you need to get, and then you got to make sure that every metric that leads to that is measured, so you know where efficiencies and inefficiencies lie. It can be like rubbing salt in the wound. If you think that your conversion rate is 30% as a salesperson, and it's actually 15 because you forget about or you block the ops that kind of fall off or that you forget to follow up with, that can hurt. And it can be like rubbing salt in the wound to a point where there's only one solution, and it's typically to fix the problem. But in many a time, it's a lot easier just to discredit the data. So as you're bringing on data, that data-driven mindset into your company, you have to make sure that the numbers are solid and that each number or each conversion rate has a reason behind it. And depending on your position, you can use a tool like DataBox. DataBox is great because the CEO can have a dashboard with a high overview of operations that go within an organization. And then you can have the marketing or sales managers or even the salesperson at that point with their own dashboards that are much more down in the trenches. So check out DataBox. My friend Pete is the CEO over there, and they've got an amazing product, and we'd be happy to show it to you if you'd like.